SRS, help, SRS. Hey there, guys. Joe Simons, like diamonds, salt drunk here. You're wondering, Joe, have you lost your mind? It's SOS. No, it's not. It's SRS, and I truly do need your help, and it's going to take less than 60 seconds. Here's the deal. We've been approached multiple times by these advertisers who want to advertise on our podcast. We've said no to all of them because here's what they want to do. They told us on a 30 to 40-minute show, they want to put 9 advertisements. That means like every few minutes it is going to abruptly stop, and you're going to have to sit through a dumb advertisement. We do not want you to put you through that. It's a bad user experience. We are here to impact as many people as possible. So instead of us taking advertising money, all we ask in return is you do this one thing. It's going to take 60 seconds. It's the SRS. It's subscribe. That takes literally 1 second. If you're on iTunes, pause it right now. You can hit subscribe. If on Stitcher, same thing. So subscribe is number 1. R is review. Just take a few seconds and review this podcast. That's the number 1 way that Apple shares and recommends this to as many people as possible. It helps us make a massive impact and make sure that we never have to put ads on here. And the other one is to share it with anyone you think might love this message. So SRS, subscribe, review, and share. It would mean the world to us, and it helps get this message out there and this podcast out to as many people as possible and keeps it completely ad-free. So here is the message in the podcast for today. Hope you enjoy it. And if you can, please, 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 SRS, help, subscribe, review, and share. Thank you guys. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way.
And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing.
Here's your host, Joe Simons, like diamonds.
What's up, Salt Strong Nation? We're doing Trout on Demand, TOD. At least we hope we are.
Just fish catching action on demand.
Yeah, we've not caught anything yet, but we're in an area that we know should hold some trout. And we get this question all the time. All right, it's a tough day, and it has been. Let's be honest, we've been fishing for a while, and it's been pretty tough. What do you do on a tough day? We got super high tide, so it's tough to skip under mangroves. We got a little bit of wind. It's summertime. It's now hot. And we said we're going to go to a trout spot. So talk about this spot while you make a kit. Luke wants to be first. Let's see what's happening here.
Yeah, so it's really about, this is summertime now, and the water is getting pretty hot. And we know whether it's trout, I just had one.
Oh, almost on demand.
Where it's trout, really all these fish, they need some good oxygen. So they need water that's near a pass or really near a channel, moving water, and they need structure. And so this is an area that has pretty deep grass.
It must be ladyfish.
It's about 3 feet deep. There Joe's on. Little trout.
Oh, trout on demand. First cast.
Yeah.
One followed it up too.
So it's about, I just had another hit. So it's about 3-4 feet deep with, and the actual channel is right there. So it gets about 15 feet just beyond it. And there's just nice clean water. There we are. There's a double. So we literally just got out here and we doubled in the first couple minutes. So the way over there is the Gulf of Mexico, and that water is now coming in. We're almost at the top of the incoming. That water's coming in. And these fish, this is just a natural place that these fish will hold into. And there'll be a lot of different species. We can catch a bunch of ladyfish, Spanish mackerel.
It's back-to-back casts there, Lukey.
Yeah, Spanish mackerel, just a wide variety.
This one's a little bit nicer here.
Yeah, that's solid.
No, not really. I take that back.
Compared to the other one.
Just he had a little bit more heart. That's all it was. Man, these things are in just, look at this. I don't even see my Slam Shady.
Yeah, you better get pliers on that guy.
Killed it.
But yeah, so this type of fishing though, it's just a great way to go take kids out fishing, or if you have somebody new who's just not really experienced with lures, this is a great way. Oh golly, I just got hammered. This is a great way to just kind of introduce somebody to fishing. It's, as you've seen here, we've already caught three, four fish, and it's maybe been 5 minutes. Something bit my tail off. And so I'm just using the little nub, and that works great too. All you need is something, within 2 to 4 inches that's darting around the grass, and there's going to be some that's going to eat it. And again, the cool thing is about this, you don't know what's going to be next. Could be pompano, could be Spanish mackerel. Every once in a while, a tarpon will come in the mix. Just a whole lot of fun. But most importantly, it's just, it's very rare that you're not going to catch anything. And this is a way, the easiest way that I know of to get the closest thing to guaranteed action without having to bother with live bait. So
and we don't have the trolling motor down. we're just drifting, and every one of these little patches is going to be some grass and probably some fish.
Yep, and so this is, I don't know if the camera can pick it off, but there's a grass patch here, there's another one up ahead, and then we're about to drift over into the channel. And once we get out of the grass, that's when we need to change our, watch out, oh man. Lucky I was nice,
Dang, dude, they're just tearing it up down there. Oh, I'm on,
I almost, on. If I really wanted to set the hook, I would have given Joe a gut check there.
There we go. JoJo's back on if you're listening.
It's a trout.
Another Terizza. All right, at least that one didn't inhale it. I feel bad when those things inhale it. Fortunately, I had plier. Always keep pliers on you. Makes it so much better for the fish. I'm gonna come down here and get this little guy.
Yeah, so that Slam Shady is crushing it. Joe's has the 2.0 and he's definitely getting more strikes. I'm going for the big one.
Just for the record, I've only had one cast without a fish, so it is truly. And I got 1/4 ounce jig head, and you can see this thing's even jacked up here from catching all these trout. 1/4 ounce little trout eye jig head from Z-Man. Both of these things, which you can buy in our store at fishstrong.com and save 20% off as a member. So this is kind of like, for me, my go-to. I always have one rigged up, which is Slam Shady 2.0. I always have a 100 pack, which I believe every serious angler should own a 100 pack of 2.0. And those trout eye jig heads in the 1/4, ooh, that sounded a little bit better. Oh, it was a lady.
So yeah, the outside of the flats usually have a little bit bigger trout, but that's also higher chance of ladyfish. Oh, watch your line. And it's, come on, hoping this guy would jump off. And this is where a lot of the Spanish mackerel can go too. Get this one slung my
all right, so, you know, we're in the Tampa St. Pete area, Luke. How would someone recreate a spot like this? Let's just say Sarasota.
Yeah, just find a channel.
No.
Find a channel that has next to a big grass flat with shallow water that gets close to the channel edge, and there's going to be some fish to be caught.
What if?
I shouldn't say all of them are, but if you did this and you picked out 3 different grass flats that push up to the channel, and you drifted them, or ideally the trolling motor would be easier. But if you did it for at least 3 of them, at least one of those 3 are going to hold a lot of fish. Not all of them will. I'd be lying if I said that, but a majority would. It'd be very rare that you can go to 3 spots like this. And for Insider members, we'll show you exactly where this is in the video down below. But you'll see exactly the type of spot to look for, and it's very rare that there's not going to be fish in more than one. And especially not 3. So we're out of the channel now, and so we'll just do this without messing with the trolling motor. I'm going to get the big motor.
Yeah, we'll just big motor up. Hold on, Joel.
And you might even notice too, like we're not in like some secret spot that is a private waterfront area. There's like one of the busiest boat ramps around right there behind us. We're a driver away from hitting a golf ball to the boat ramp.
You can't drive that far, dude.
Oh, with a good wind.
Let me use my strong arm.
A friend of mine.
No, you didn't. All right, while we're moving here, I'm gonna get a new Slam Shady. Put this one in my recycle pocket. And remember, folks, if you put Slam Shady covered in Dr. Juice in your pocket, remember to take it out before you wash your clothes. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, and so my line, that ladyfish just wrecked my line. I'm using 20-pound mono. And so I'm going to retie as we're reversing.
And I'm using 25-pound and have caught, I believe, more fish. I don't think it matters when you find these hungry trout like this.
Yeah, they don't care so much.
Now, I think if you had 40 on, you might lose, you might not get as many, but 20 to 25, not much of a difference in the diameter.
And what you'll see is even that we're using this big motor, those fish aren't going to be totally spooked off. Like these are, this is a very easy way to not have to worry about the perfect approach and being super quiet. These fish are basically trained to be used to boat traffic. This is literally, again, main boat ramp right there, main channel there. Boats go over this every day. And we can actually troll over this too and catch a bunch of fish, surely. So this isn't, Joe just had one while the motor's still on.
Here we go.
There, he's on. So he's on
Trizz TOD on demand.
While the motor was going, so I just shut it off.
That Slam Shitty 2.0 doing its deed. Little small guy. I love this paddle tail. Look at the colors on that. Just such a beautiful fish. Get him back in there. Yeah, so that was why Luke was backing down with a big motor. Still hits. And what I found, because we've taken people out here before that struggled, and if you're not getting bites, change up your retrieve. Maybe put a heavier or lighter jig head on. There goes another one.
Most of the time, it's people going too fast.
Yeah.
Or you need to get that.
Because they're not hitting top water here. And so the last time we had someone here, I was watching them. I was like, just slow it down a little bit. Maybe do 2 pops. Look how I inhaled that thing. Joel, see, it looks like a big fat guy eating a piece of pizza, just eating the whole thing. That's what they do. If you never saw Luke's underwater footage, we'll have to make sure to put a link to that. It is so cool when you see how these trout feed underwater. I mean, there's no missing it. Like that one swallowed it, and that wasn't live bait fishing, that was me retrieving, and it still completely inhaled it. So I don't know if you guys have noticed here, but I've caught 3 in a row. Luke's struggling. There's not many times I get to rub it in his face like this, so I'm gonna take advantage of it.
Yeah, and it's really all about depth control. So I didn't want to change lures, so I have a 1/8 ounce jig head.
Ooh, and I got a 4th. There you go.
So it's like the depth control factor is incredibly important. So Joe's just being able to get down and spend more time right above the grass line, and therefore he's getting more strikes. Because now I actually have the Slam Shady colored Power Prawn Junior on right now.
Well, you don't have anything with a 4th on it?
Well, I have a ton in my tackle bag. I just figured this would work.
Oh boy, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
So we're getting off this. There's another grass patch right there. We're kind of floating over this one. So in a second, I might have to get the big motor down and we'll go up to the next one.
See if I can't get one behind us here. See, that's the edge of it.
Yeah, you can just barely make it out.
Yeah, we're 10:30, middle of the day, it's hot, still summer. And when you have a tough day, it's a great way to end. Build a little confidence. Tight lines, that's kind of my goal.
Yeah, and every once in a while, there'll be a surprisingly big one out here.
Yeah, or even a nice Spanish mackerel. I mean, those are a blast, as long as it doesn't break you off. I love Spanish mackerel. And I was never really a big fan of eating them until we went.
Oh, what is
Oh, look, you catch real big one. Oh, look at that. Dude, this is a bigger fish here, as long as it's not a ladyfish.
I don't know. Oh, real funny. Probably smaller than the one I just caught.
No way, dude.
Yeah, another little dink trout.
Dude, yours was a complete dink. That's a nice one. Almost a keeper. Maybe in Louisiana. No offense to you Louisianans. You guys got a lot of trout. Whoa. Oh, I'm trying to help you out, bud. Trying to help you out. I mean, look at that. It's so crazy how they inhale this sucker.
And no telling how many are down there.
Yeah, can you only imagine how many fish are actually down there? Probably 1 billion.
And the channel is just the natural place for them to go to. This is, again, we have a lot of people who talk about getting skunked like, 2, 3 trips in a row. And this is the strategy you need to use to guarantee that there's no skunk trips. Like if they've just spent, I would say, 30 minutes, try 3 spots for 10 minutes each, one of those spots is gonna have some fish. Just needs to be near a main channel with good current flow and structure on the bottom. If you're in an area without seagrass, oysters is great too. Just any kind of bottom structure that pushes up against the channel is going to be the kind of the food highway that a lot of fish will use to easily
following me all the way up.
Easily get some food.
Go over there. And then the depth control thing. I mean, that's just so critical.
I mentioned you can catch a little bit of everything. We even got a grouper. Little fella.
Nice.
Little gag grouper.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love the color on those little
looking
guys.
fish. Crazy teeth in there too. I gotta make sure to not get my fingers in there.
Well, I gave a tip earlier about always having pliers on you.
Yeah, this guy wasn't playing around. Let me get the pliers out.
I got them right here. Well,
got some back here.
Sometimes you can only lead the horse to the water. Can't make him drink, Joel. Oh, Luke. We call him dents in the head, Luke. I'm right here. I can hear you talking about me. Ooh. Oh. Ooh.
All right, so that's 3 species so far.
Swipe there. Ladyfish, trout, and grouper?
Mm-hmm. See if we can get us mackerel.
Oh!
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
I think it was a lizardfish.
Sheesh. It came right up to the boat, smacked it. Like a largemouth bass. Speaking of that, we were looking at our community, how many bass reports, which makes sense. You get so many members, you know, who obviously don't live on the ocean and live on a lake or a pond and have access to bass fishing. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah. 4th most or 5th most. It was just behind flounder.
All right. So we're coming up to the end of this.
Yeah, I might bump up a little bit. But a lot of times the mackerel will kind of patrol the outside, so we're in mackerel territory right now. Oh, I just had a hit. Mackerel territory right now.
So I'm doing a couple little twitches and letting it sink. And a lot of times on that drop is where the trout will come up and just pow. And you don't even really have to set the hook that hard because these trout, as you've been seeing, they hit it with serious ferociousness.
Yeah, and so the ideal situation as far as the winds and the currents is to have, and we actually have an ideal situation now where we're getting blown by the wind, so the wind is going into the current. So the current flow is coming this direction, the wind is going that direction, so we're able to get long distance with our cast. Oh, dang, I just had something right there. We're able to get long distance with the cast, and then we're also able to retrieve the lure with the current. That's ideal. It doesn't have to be that way, it's just ideal. Well, there's so many fish out here, and you can be retrieving against the current and still be catching a bunch of fish.
Oh, ooh.
But just if you can, try to pick a spot that has the wind going into the current. If you're drifting.
And another great tool to find places like this is smart fishing spots. That new 4K satellite maps, you could see this spot as clear as day. If you guys haven't seen that, we added in a new satellite map that is 4K, and it reminds me of looking at an old school football game or any kind of sports game on an old tube TV before HD, and it's like, how do we watch this? And that's what Google looks like compared to this. It is night and day. And there are some areas though where Bing or even Google has really phenomenal satellite imagery, and so we now have 3, so we kept the other 2 there, and it just gives you one more little tool. Oh, there we go, as soon as they hit the water. One more little tool. Ah, popped off right there. Oh, got my tail. That was a pretty big mangrove snapper, actually.
Is that a snapper?
Yeah, big boy.
Get around here.
There's 2 of them. Came all the way to the top. There. Oh, so now I got no tail and still getting straight. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that was like a Bill Dance. That thing came out of nowhere, Joel. So fast your camera didn't even pick it up. Oh, so look at that. It looks like a little slam shady jerk shad. Works like a charm. Watch this. This little pocket here.
Yeah, when you're on the maps looking for a good spot. Oh, I just had something. Look for just some sort of anomaly in the shoreline. So in this case, In this case,
This is
these are two little pockets of grass that are kind of off by themselves.
Look at that. Slam shitty strikes.
That's a little bit better one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, got off. Isn't that crazy? The tailless catching the biggest fish. Those are two back-to-back, nice-sized trout. Dude, that one.
There's a bunch. There's like
Holy smokes.
7 or 8 others.
Yeah,
with
I'm
it.
on again. This is the 90-10 zone
Yeah.
here, kids. This is fun, and you can see the bottom. It's I don't know, what, 5-6 feet deep. Oh, whoa! A big trout almost came in and eat the small one.
Oh, really?
Holy! Did you see that, Joel? No, dang. Dude, that was crazy.
How big was it?
A lot bigger than this one. Oh, sucker just tried to pee on me. Dude, that would have been epic. Like, this is the kind of area where you can just. Oh! Do you see that? What just came up and popped it? I'm just cane pulling it down here.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this is 90-10 zone right here.
as you can see, this is the type of spot to take somebody new to lures or just new to fishing and thing. One to sit
And
right there.
this is exciting for everybody. Now, this stuff pumps me up. Oh, that was a nicer one there. Saw us.
There you are.
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, there's
Got 'em.
two of them down there.
Oh,
All right, if you guys are listening, we are getting striked. I can see there's like 15 of them right down
yeah,
here below
there's
us.
a bunch. Let's see if we can.
We're at the edge of this bar,
Oh, I just had one swipe on mine.
and I'm still
There
tailless.
we are. Got him. Little guy. Yeah, there's one right. There's one right with it.
What was that?
That was another trout.
I thought it was a grouper following it up.
So yeah, pretty
comes
cool. And this is not some special tide. This has been a kind of a slow incoming to the point where the other spots we fished were just nothing was going on. We just caught some smaller trout and not a whole lot of them, and they come out here and just
Yeah, we've been
field
getting
day.
beat up all day long. Our head held really low, borderline giving up on fishing, and this is where we come to get our confidence back. And there's nothing wrong with that. Going to a place like this. Oh, fish on.
trout. When you're near the channel, you have some waves to
Yep.
account for.
Boat's going by. Joel's having to hold on. Another triz out. I've lost count now, but it's a bunch. And that's all tailless, so I'm doing this without the tail. You don't have to have the paddle tail.
Oh, I just lost one.
In some cases, tailless.
Yeah, so I'm using a tailless Power Prawn Junior. And so you don't have to have the secret lure. This kind of fish, you can just get out and find the right spot. And as long as you're getting the right depth, I've started doing better once I just slow down. Joe has the heavier jig that he can get down quicker. But it's really about just getting some lure that has some movement, some like quick darting movement, and get it down near the top of the grass, and you're going to be hooking onto some fish.
And so Luke just mentioned that, just slowing down. So I just let mine hit the bottom that time, and there it is. Double trouble. As soon as I was on the bottom.
Mine is not big.
You might have set the record for the smallest one. You might have a pinfish come eat that one. Whoop, mine just got off there at the boat. That's fine.
So yeah, we're getting off the fly. We might as well close it. I feel like we've
Oh, I'm gonna do one more out there. Oh, we got kayakers coming up.
That little
Whoop, whoop,
fella.
already on. As soon as it hit the bottom. Oh, just popped off.
now I got.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, we will close it here. Once again, check out Smart Fishing Spots. You can find spots like this. They stand out like a sore thumb with that new 4K satellite, and that is something like. There's other companies that are charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars just for each area to have that same 4K. And of course, we have the underwater 3D. We have the smart fishing spots. We have the smart fishing tides. The list goes on and on and on.
And the
on.
lessons that go with it, as far
Yep.
as just how to put yourself in the right spot at the right time. The software does a lot of it for you, but we still have courses that if you really want to go to the next level, to actually know yourself on how to predict where the fish are going to be, we have all that for you.
Yep. And then, of course, the discounts, right, on all your tackle. 20, sometimes 30 right now. We got something we're doing 40% off the Power Prawn. Your first one, I saw that here
Yep.
recently. Our team went nuts. and just trying to get everyone to try the power prawn. So that's all special deals for our members. But all day long, 24/7, 365, we've got the discounts for our members. And we have some members, save literally $500-600 a year. Those are the big spenders. And but our goal is that you will save time by being in the right spot at the right time and save money on your tackle, enough to more than pay for the cost of the membership. And if you don't, then you don't pay. It's that simple. We treat you like we wish all companies treated us. So come join us at saltstrong.com, and the Smart Fishing Spots, that whole software, the entire tool is completely complimentary to our members. So you get that as a free bonus, if you will.
Yep.
So that's it, guys. Appreciate you big time. And if you have any questions on finding similar types of spots in your area, then let us know. If you're not a member, we're not going to reply to you. I'm just kidding. We'll try to help you out best we can. But if you're a member, we've been over backwards for our members, as our members know. That's why we have 35,000 people, and most people keep renewing year after year, is we love on them, and we spend our time in that private insider community. So if you are a member and you're not in the community, get in there. That's where the coaches hang out. That's where we're able to give the best feedback. And we're constantly in there monitoring it for questions, and people fishing in certain spots was, hey guys, like we were just there, here's where you want to go. There's just nothing else like it out there.
Yeah, and for you insider members, just scroll down below and you'll see the post-trip analysis. That's where we get on the Google Maps, and even the 4K will show you exactly where we were, what worked, and we'll also show the spots that we went to earlier that was kind of a bust. That way you can make sure to look for the same good spots on your next trip when you're facing similar conditions.
That's right. So we got a boat going by us here.
Friendly people.
Has
friendly
no
people
clue
down
that we're over here, I guess. I guess we are going by the channel, so technically our fault. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.
Woo-hoo. See ya.
'Cause fishing, it's in my soul. It was passed down to me from the days of old. Find us on the water.